smashed, police firing tear gas at demonstrators, at protesters rather. St. Louis County Police Chief, he called the protests much worse than in the days after Michael Brown was killed by Officer Darren Wilson. In a statement after the grand...
Hi friends, this is Capun Piso. As usual, nobody seems to realize the cause of all this. People forget, completely forget, that they have brains. We're all born out of coitus, and I can repeat this ad nauseam. Nobody sees it. A sick brain creates sick thinking. And all of this is due to what? Religious psychosis. A little kid will know that. 2 + 2 = 4. Not any number is sick brain, educated, intelligent, but sick says it is. And religious people are sick people. This has been going on for over 1700 years. The worst is the HIV of the brain, that I call the HIV of the brain, which is Christ Psychosis, Christianity. That's what causes racism. This is due to racism. And it's right in front of everybody. People forget the KKK. They forget all the slavery and all the things done because they forget history. They don't understand. If you don't know and understand the past and know the past, you are condemned to repeat it. That's Santayana, the philosopher, said. And it's a fact. To know the present and probably predict the future, you have to understand, you have to know history. You have to know the past. You have to connect the dots. You also have to understand science. God is a psychosis. I call it IFOFIBA, imaginary friend or foe, irrational belief, acceptance. The Bible crap taught in churches, and all this nonsense, and all this religious crap stuck in the 12th century with all this. I mean, they have firing and decapitations and burnings and killings and the witch trials, and all this nonsense is due to the psychosis of religious belief. And this is what you get now. This nonsense here. Just because a black man got killed. And the people, are, the police, the jury, they are so stupid, incredible. They announce a decision. You know that these nuts were going to go, it's an opportunity for the poor, the violent, the psychotic Christians. It's very opportunity. When a city is, when they announce this decision, it's an opportunity for them to go and steal, to be pyromaniacs. It's in the brain. They get excited, they protest. They don't care about this kid getting killed. And he was a big guy. He tried to attack the cop, but he's black. And it's because the fault is his parents, his Christ Psychosis infected parents. The kid was taught by these Christ Christian parents. And he went probably into drugs, and he was a big kid. And he's trying to steal some cigars. Like the rest of his body's going over there stealing and doing all that kind of crazy stuff. And now he was a saint? No, he was, the color of the skin is irrelevant. He could have been green, blue, purple, whatever color, but he was a Christian imbecile, educated by Christianity infected parent, taught all that crap in church. So it's okay, you know. He went over there and stole the cigar. He pushed the Chinese or it was an Asian man, a small man. He pushed him away. Do you see the movie? I mean, the video of the first of this kid, and everybody started protesting because they were showing the video of this guy stealing stuff. Is it okay to steal? No. And the problem is they don't teach science, they don't teach neurology to these kids. The brain is the one that creates thinking. They don't teach sex education in school. They are disgusting, these people. And there's all thanks to Christianity. The brain disease, the HIV of the brain, nobody sees. That's what happens, and they go and pray. Well, pray to see if we can solve all these problems.
Chris and I, and Sonny, and a lot of people, even online, about the comments that Rudy Giuliani made. The race comments, that's another thing. That's
Man, this is incredible. This is so naive of these people. This police wait until at night. That was yesterday, on November 24th. He wait until last night to announce a decision. What an imbecile. The guy is completely stupid. And why is he stupid? Because of this Christian upbringing in church. All the jury, the prosecutor, you know, that announced a decision of not to indict this kid, the police officer, Wilson. And he announced it at night when this moronic, very uneducated, stupid Christian imbeciles went over a rampage, the opportunity to steal, because it's a perfect opportunity. When you have situations like this, you use it, because the police are cowards. They don't know how to do anything, because if they do something, all the black guys, all racism and all that stuff, they start protesting. And they are meek and they are weak, all the government. The police officers are weak because they are afraid to hit somebody over the nose and grab them and put him in jail, because then the cameras will be there. All racism. That's what happened in this country, United States of America. America the crazy, and the psychotic, and the Christ psychotic. The deluded idiots with all these churches. That's why they corrupt the brain of children. They keep their minds stuck in the Middle Ages. Ignorant, and that's what causes racism and the pedophilia. And they don't teach sex education in this country. Oh, this is bad. And then they accuse all these people of molesting kids. Yeah, molesting the brains. That's what they're doing. And they're not educated. They don't teach them that this is what you used to think with. You start believing in gods, and you're racist, and you believe in demons and angels and all that crap, and UFOs and ancient aliens, and that are taught in History Channel, which is stupid. See? That's what happens. And nobody sees that it's the brain. These people have brains, and the brain have been conditioned to where a little kid with this garbage of religious psychosis. It happens all over the world. All over the world. It's happening in ISIS, the Islam psychotic sects. The people are ignorant. They don't even know what it is. They have no idea what Islam is, what Hinduism is, what anything is. All these religious fairy tales were psychotic of the 12th century, past centuries. They are one with schizophrenia. They are schizophrenia. Paranoia, schizophrenia are combined with temporal lobe epilepsy, with depression, with all this neurological disorders into one, and that becomes a religion. And religion is no different. It's one of the schizophrenias. Let's use a different name instead of religious. Call it religious psychosis. All religions are a neurological disorder. It's a disturbance of the brain, and it fuels in churches, in mosques, in synagogues. They keep fueling and raping the brain of these susceptible brains. When the parents take the kids to church and start reading the Bible and Bible study crap and all these prayers for this, and let's pray and let's pray. This is a psychosis. This is disgusting, because this actually keeps people stupid. Teach them science every Sunday. Decide, well, this is the day of the sun god. Let's learn about nature. Let's go around in the field. Let's connect the dots. Let's start at least 1 hour to people, teaching them something, and teach them very different languages. Teach them a little bit of neurology, a little bit about how to use the brain every Sunday, instead of this praying in the same book and reading the same shit for over thousands of years that they've been doing. It doesn't get you anywhere if you read the same book over and over and over, and then you expect different results. No, this is what you get. Crazy stuff like this. Rest my case. Religion is a mental illness, and Christianity is the worst of all of them. Christ psychosis.
Just an issue for Ferguson.
Yeah.
This is an issue.
I feel sorry for President Obama.
Also, Officer Wilson's testimony to the
Everything is racism, and racism and ignorance, and ignorance and racism are caused by Christianity, Christ Psychosis, by reading the Bible over and over and over all the time, keeping people ignorant. That's what happens.
The system should be.
They have the result.
It's problematic when you.
And they don't know the assholes of anything else. These guys are stupid. They're so ignorant. It's amazing the ignorance of America. Ignorant, and the reason is churches. There you have it. That's what they should be burning, the churches. But they are too stupid. That's what they should be burning, putting all these people in mental institutions, all these Christian idiots.
I'm Carol Costello. Thank you so much for joining me. Outrage and unrest in Ferguson, Missouri, after a grand jury says it will not indict Officer.
And see what we have here? See what we have here? Irreverent. Irreverent. That means an ignorant idiot stuck in the Middle Ages with this Christian belief crap. That's what you get.
It's brown in Ferguson.
Incredible.
It's the yellow
irreverent
in New York. It's
and then when you have a psychologist like Guerrier, that total idiot,
to a plan for urban
also brought up in a Christianity-infected home, and he's a psychologist. And this idiot,
I don't disagree with you. I don't think
it's incredible. They don't understand because of all these problems, the racism, and all this is reading the Bible over and over and over for hundreds of years in the United States of America. That's what caused the KKK, caused racism, and caused everything else. And people don't see it, and they go and pray. They don't know any science. The Congress is infected and filled with Christianity-infected imbeciles. They don't believe in global warming. This senator, the Supreme Court, has morons. There's 6 Christianity-infected imbeciles like Scalia, and they're, they pray and they believe in demons. They believe in Satan, that is a real person. Bunch of nuts.
Violence diverts attention.
Bunch of nuts. And this idiot here is a reverend, and he's black. Because of racism and this Christianity, this ignorant idiot doesn't realize it. Read your stupid Bible, and there are many of them. Read the Book of Mormon and other Christianity-infected organization. The stupid people, stuck in the past, they don't know any science. See, it's all due to religious psychosis. This is in Lebanon. Look at this. Crusader. Christ Psychosis against Islam Psychosis and all that. The Ferguson Christ Psychotic imbeciles destroying their own city. Arabs destroy their own cities. All religious psychosis. It's religious psychosis. This is the disease nobody seems to see. This destroy humanity that way. It's a cancer of the brain. Let's deal with it. See? Who dies? Who survives? When there is no rule of law, when everything falls apart and the mobs take over. You know who dies? The intellectuals, the intelligentsia, people with brains, the mentally healthy atheists. Those are the ones who died. The only ones that survive are the strong, the brute, the gorilla type ignoramuses, these imbeciles, apes, no intelligence like the one we saw in Ferguson. Those Christ Psychosis infected imbeciles that loot and kill. They don't, the cop and they're burning all the police cars. Those are the ones that survive. Those are the ones in power, that will be in power. They'll go downhill because they kill the intelligentsia, they kill the intellectuals. And when they do that, they go to shit. They die of disease. They kill each other. They don't have technology. They live in, all the buildings crumble. The society disintegrated. They have nothing. Only the strong survive. And it's the crazy, stupid, ape-like, brute, imbeciles with psychotic brains, with rotten brains, big muscles and stuff that are killing people, killing everything, because they're like apes.
They're like barbarians with no brains, with the brains full of turds and crap. That's what happens. That's the ones that will survive. Imbeciles like that. They're taking over America, this rampage, because the atheist intellectuals and scientists, they're stupid. They're ignorant. They don't speak out. They're cowards. They don't get all these churches out, get all these people in mental institutions. Because anyone that believes in God is a theotard stuck in the Middle Ages. They're idiots. And they are the cause of ruining the brain of children, making them brute, ignorant imbeciles. And those are the ones that loot the cities and destroy society. You know what is a perfect example of this? This destruction taking over? That's a destroying the intelligentsia. It happened. It's happening slowly, but it was over 1700 years ago in the vast Roman Empire, when the lunatic, Christ Psychotic infected imbeciles that were simmering all the different sects of the Christus. And Constantine was the leader, the divine emperor, the Christ Psychotic psychopath, an ignoramus, a stupid, brute imbecile, no brains. And he's the one that started destroying the intelligentsia. And that was the collapse of the Roman Empire. They destroyed the scientists. They killed, they burned libraries. Exactly as happening in Ferguson. They destroyed their own home. Rome became nothing. The city was on disrepair, ruined, all the vast Roman empires. And the only thing they had is a stupid churches with imbecile, psychotic, ignorant, theotarded imbeciles that believe in imaginary friends, superstition, and crap. And this lasted for 1,000 years. And we still have it today in the United States of America. Christ Psychosis infected country. Christ Psychotic infected Europe. The United States is the worst. And then you have all the rest of Islam Psychotic imbeciles. All these stupid people, stuck in the Middle Ages, destroying society. And the stupid scientists, intellectuals, mentally healthy, brain, say nothing. Keep us scientists in the United States of America. Keep us sitting in your ass doing nothing. Don't even calling these morons, these religious imbeciles with churches infected the brain of children for the psychotic imbeciles they are, corrupting the brain of children. Just keep it up. You won't have any science left, and these morons take over. Let's see what happens. Another Roman Empire, the whole damn United States was going to go downhill. No intellect, technology, with just nothing. And you'll see the whole country going into ruin. Global warming, all that, they won't be able to handle it. They will be praying to the sun be God and see what happens. I'll leave this society now another 100 years. Will be in ruin. Will be nothing but collapsing everything. It will happen. Mark my words. I'll be long gone.
Education. What does it have to do with burning down your neighbor or burning down a store that someone needs for their livelihood? Someone needs.
Why burning a store?
That store.
Because they don't have any homes. They want to go there and steal. They are Christianity affected idiots.
What does that what does one have to do with the other?
But sometimes pain can lead to irrational conclusions. Sometimes when people are painting, they cry out, for example, and that's it. If you have,
it's all ignorance. And why ignorance? Because the only thing they teach is a stupid Christian crap in churches. They have to, the only people that are healthy are atheists. They are mentally healthy. Atheists. That's what atheism means. It's ignorant idiots that don't even speak English. They don't know that 8,000 languages spoken in the planet. And English has many variations. And these idiots, they don't teach them that. They use, it's amazing. And the cause is Christ Psychosis. This leadership, they're reverend. You should get his, you should study history, this reverend.
So again,
being a psychotic.
I think you're right. But if
inside the car, that's when Brown ran and Wilson went after him. At some point,
from where Michael Brown ended up. So we know for a fact that's a minimum distance. He might have advanced from eyewitness testimony. The officer then confirms that yes, based on the physical evidence, what we know to be true is that Michael Brown advanced at least 21 feet toward the officer, which is exactly what the officer said, and exactly
doesn't obey the officer.
The grand juror isn't done. He then goes on, or she goes on page 88 and says, wait, so if I did the calculation, that was 21.5 feet? Yes, sir. So what this is telling us is that the grand jury was focused on corroboration of what happened.
Exactly.
We've got blood away from the officer and then traveled back toward him at least 21 feet. That is what 3 witnesses have said. That is what the officer has said.
So let's talk about the law now. So if an officer tells you to get on the ground and you turn around and you come back toward the officer,
they don't obey him.
According to the law, what is the officer able to do?
All right, this is where it's done.
See, they don't obey him. These kids are black kids. They are brought up in Christian homes. They're Christianity infected, like the stupid parents. The parents are responsible for the education. They should be put in jail. They should be put in jail. The kid is a ruffian, is a badly educated, Christ psychotic criminal. That's what this kid is. It's a criminal to be, because he's growing to be a criminal. You can see it all in his face. And he pushes the guy, steals some cigars and all that. Nobody mentions this. Because people don't like the facts. People don't like facts. The fact is, religious beliefs are a mental illness like schizophrenia. Number 1, they are produced in the brain. The brain, when it's sick, it produces delusions and irrational thoughts. All religions are a psychosis. Christianity is the worst of them. They do not see the fact. The brain creates thinking. We are evolved mutated primates. We're crazy apes, product of coitus. Nobody sees that. That is the reality of everything. The reason we have racism and pedophilia and homophobia and all that crappy thing to the crazy teachings of this Christian crap for 1700 years. And the United States, a Christianity-infected nation, ruled by Christianity-infected imbeciles in Congress that belong in an asylum. And this is the problem. And we have the problem here because they don't teach this, they don't teach science, they don't teach logic, common sense, removing the disease of the mental illness of religious beliefs, the psychosis. They don't see that. They actually have all these churches to renew and keep making people stupid. And you have these reverends and these bishops and these priests and these Christianity-infected psychologists and doctors and judges and all that. And educators with Christianity-infected universities, like a Methodist University in Dallas and Brigham Young University and Notre Dame University. All this. You know what Notre Dame means? Means Our Lady. Means that they believe in imaginary friend, Virgin Mary and crap like that because they're Catholic psychosis, Christianity-infected Catholics. And this is the problem. All these people that are religious idiots, are religious imbeciles. The scientists should be the one ruling the nation. Mentally healthy, atheist. That's what should be in control of the nation. Then we wouldn't have these problems. We'll have people that are educated since they are little kids. You can teach them between right and wrong and teach them science and remove all these Christian and religious crap beliefs that are the cause of all these problems. If we don't have this religious cancer of the brain, we wouldn't have these problems. We don't have racism and this pedophilia and this homophobia crap. There's intolerance. And this is the problem here in this country. And nobody seems to see that. And stupid scientists, mentally healthy, in other words, atheists, scientists, they don't see it. And they don't say it. They keep their mouths shut. The lunatics, reverends and churches spew all that garbage nonsense of the 12th century. And the scientists and pussy scientists, they shut their mouth. They don't say anything. They don't protest. They say, if you're a religious person, you don't belong in government. And you don't belong in public service. And you should be in an asylum, suffering when you suffer from the things, getting your brain treated. They don't say that. Scientists they're meek. Just wait until the Congress, Christ psychotic infected imbeciles take over everything. Well, they're already in control, but they start defunding NASA, defunding science, and defunding all that stuff. See what happens, and teach a stupid Bible in school, keeping people even more theoretarded than they already are, more stupid, and then you'll have all these problems all over the place again.
And yes, Joey's right.
Yeah.
Trials allow you cross-examination. Trials
Physical
allow you to
evidence,
really
reality.
this, and it allows the public to watch
But
this.
Christ Psychosis ignore that.
One of a prosecutor's job is to determine when
But
they
that's
determine
the evidence is right there.
whether or not they're
The
going to
kid
charges. Can I prove
charged.
this case at trial?
This
We
big
see
guy
in rape cases
charged
all the time.
at the
When
officer.
They fail to bring any kind of charge
And
because they don't think they can charge.
The evidence is right there.
Personal opinion in this case.
But they
is
ignore
that the
evidence. It's
prosecutor
like the
probably felt
Christ Psychotics.
that
Always,
this case
to
at
them,
trial,
2 + 2
and he
equals
took it to a grand jury
any
because he
number
thought that was the
except
just thing to do,
4,
even
which is
though
a
they
fact.
didn't think they could prove
They don't
it
see
at trial.
facts.
Do you
That's
really
what
think
religious
so?
psychosis is for you. No facts. All
Certainly the
diluted
standard is different.
crap.
We have to keep that in mind. It's not up to the prosecutor.
Look at these parents. Ignorant, Christ psychotic, infected parents. Look at this. Somebody's child? The guy was 18 years old. He's not a child, you imbeciles.
See the mentality of this Christ psychotic infected imbecile ignoramus? Like a brute. Burn the bitch! Burn the bitch! See? Make my point. There it is. There you have it. So keep it healthy. In other words, keep it atheist, mentally healthy atheist. That's the only way. Keep in mind, religion is organized schizophrenia. It's an HIV of the neural array. The worst cancer ever because of the brain. And the brain controls the body. And if you're a leader, the brain controls everything. And it controls armies, control nations, control everything. Very, very dangerous. So, but it's the truth, my friends. Touch it on. God believe is a brain disease, a neurological array cancer.